Senator Ping Lacson has bared what he calls systematic plunder in flood management programs, exposing billions lost to ghost projects and kickbacks. Here's the report.
For ordinary Filipinos, every flood drowns not just their homes, but their lives and livelihoods. But for some, every surge of floodwaters becomes an opportunity to pocket millions from government coffers. A shocking revelation and a staggering expose on corruption unveiled by Senator Ping Lacson. A long list of ghost flood control projects funded by government, yet with no trace of actual construction.
Halos pare-pareho ang pattern kung paano minamasaker ng mga kawatan ang pondo ng bayan. May ilan pa ngang proyekto, hindi man lang nagtira para sa taong bayan. Ang tawag ng Pangulong Marcos dito, guni-guni o ghost projects.
According to Lacson, corruption is systematic, carefully divided among key players. This is how taxpayers' money is safe enough. For example, a project worth 100 million pesos. After taxes and insurance, only 82 million remains. 8 to 10% goes as kickback to the DPWH district engineer, 5 to 6% to the Bids and Awards Committee, up to 1% to a commission and audit official, and up to 6% as a so-called parking fee or royalty for the politician controlling the district. When the cuts are done, only 35 to 40 million is left for the actual project.
20 to 25% ang karaniwang napupunta sa funder o project proponent na politiko. Ang matitirang pondo para sa pagpapatayo ng proyekto ay napakaswerte ng umabot sa 40%.
Lacson's team inspected questionable projects on the ground. In Arayat, Pampanga, the same dike has been repeatedly funded and repeatedly damaged. In La Union, the Mawang River Basin Flood Management Program ballooned to nearly 1 billion pesos under the 2024 budget, despite being allocated just 100 million in the National Expenditure Program. In Oriental Mindoro, a congressman allegedly took ownership of a project using unprogrammed funds. The lawmaker in question was 1st District Representative Arnan Panaligan.
Masalimuot ang proseso ng paggamit ng unprogrammed appropriations under the Special Purpose Fund. Ano kaya ang taglay na agimat ni Congressman?
But Lacson said Bulacan is the most notorious for kickbacks in flood control. In Malolos, one project built back in 2018 was still funded again in 2021, 2023, and 2024. Another was rebuilt in 2023 but with substandard.
Paulit-ulit ang pagpopondo kahit gawa na. Bagong style ito, Mr. President. Ilan pa kayang flood control projects ang ganito?
Lacson also named former district engineers Henry Alcantara and Bryce Hernandez, who he claimed valued money more than public service.
Sa District Engineering Office na ito, sa ilalim ng pamumuno ng dalawang nabanggit na opisyal, para sa taong 2024, 28 proyekto ang pare-pareho ang pondo kahit magkakaiba ang specs, disenyo at haba. Ang isa sa kanila ay nakakapagpatalo ng 100 milyon sa isang kasino dito sa Metro Manila.
In Hagonoy, another scheme emerged, the so-called distinct budget, identical project cost, different projects, like a 77.9 million peso riverbank protection structure, priced exactly the same as another flood control project under the same contractor, Darcy and Anna Builders. Projects that vanished like ghosts. And not just the projects, sometimes even the contractors. Lacson's team went to the registered addresses of these firms, only to find a gym and an e-payment store instead. Another contractor, Wawa Builders, was tagged for a ghost project in Barangay San Nicolas.
Sa historical imagery ng lugar na walang nabago simula pa noong 2017. So, anong tinayo ng Wawa Builders noong 2023? Eh di wala. Wow na wow ang wawaw.
Lacson said he is ready to submit evidence to back up all his revelations.